Hello everyone. We're here with writer Michael Winstead, the author of two legal thrillers, Ultimate Verdict and Ultimate Deception. Welcome.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Ultimate Verdict was a great success and garnered fantastic reviews. What led you to follow it up with Ultimate Deception?
Well, thank you for saying that. Ultimate Deception was written because my characters in the first book, Ultimate Verdict, told me that their story was not complete. There was more injustice to explore, there was more victims to avenge, and more criminals to prosecute.
What is Ultimate Deception about?
Ultimate Deception is about what happens when a group of criminals find out that they have deception within their ranks. It's about how they deal with secret agendas. How do they deal with interpersonal conflicts? How do they deal with love?
Is there a hero in Ultimate Deception?
If there is a hero in this book, it's probably the same as the hero in the first book, the justice system itself. The justice system is a wonderful thing when it works right, but we as human beings who are charged with the stewardship of our system of justice are flawed, and those flaws spill over into the justice system. And in this particular book, we see how Raleigh Westlake, who's a federal judge, and Catherine Bannister, a United States attorney, they use the justice system for their own purposes. In some sense, they abuse it.
And in abusing it, are they successful at that?
Well, they are successful at it. Caroline Bannister sees the justice system as her only vehicle to avenge the death of her sister, and she will do anything in order to make that happen.
When you say she'll do anything,
Caroline will, she's absolutely ruthless. She will feign love, she will deceive her comrades, she will make up evidence, and she will kill in order to get what she wants.
where we're sitting right now, is this location from a scene in the book?
This location is at a farm in South Georgia where we have beautiful rolling hills and about 80 cattle that don't like to be fenced in, and a rooster who crows occasionally, and some barn cats. And in the background is a barn that inspired me to write a scene where the vigilante group captures a judge who has been taking bribes in order to let criminals go free. And it's a pivotal scene because it reveals some deep flaws in our characters.
In this new book, there's also a Russian, correct?
There's a Russian terrorist in this book, and his name is Viktor Volkov, which means of the wolf.
Wolves are a constant theme in both of your books.
Well, Raleigh Westlake, who is part Cherokee, grew up in that culture, and he is very familiar with a story called The Wolves Within. And that story is about the good wolf and the bad wolf that live inside of all of us. And Raleigh Westlake is constantly battling to understand which of the wolves will prevail. The Russian terrorist Volkov, on the other hand, commits a heinous crime at a Charlotte country club where he kills dozens of people, and he frames a young man for that crime. But for Volkov, it's not about bodies and it's not about blood, it's about distraction.
Distraction?
The Russians are constantly trying to undermine American society, and Volkov's actions are simply a way of keeping us and our leaders and our government looking in the wrong direction.
Can you tell us how the book ends?
Well, I don't want to spoil it for the readers. I am, after all, a writer of thrillers, and I don't want to say exactly how it ends, but I think that the readers will be surprised at the ending, and hopefully they will really enjoy it.
And will you be writing other books?
Book number 3 in the trilogy is already in the works. I hope to release it later this year, and I have several others that are percolating, and I'm trying to decide which one comes next.
Well, we want to thank you for joining us here this morning. I've read your books, I love them, and we hope to see more to come.
Well, thank you for having me, and thanks to all of you out there for reading.